Dauphin, Swan River, Neepawa.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. And after listening to my colleague, it's obvious that their view towards evidence-based policy is a complete farce, and here's why. This is one of the few public policy areas where we have a perfect public policy experiment. We have legalized cigarettes. We have all the restrictions in place. We have the packaging, the warnings. They're put behind cupboards so nobody can see them. They're highly taxed. They're supposed to be kept out of the hands of kids. Has that stopped the criminal production of illegal cigarettes? Absolutely not. In fact, the criminal production and sale of cigarettes has skyrocketed in the face of these restrictions on legal cigarettes. The exact same thing will happen in this case of marijuana. What will happen is once marijuana is legalized and you bring the price up and you have these so-called restrictions, marijuana is fairly easy to cultivate. There will be a major stream of illegal marijuana entering the stream where legal marijuana is. Criminal profits will actually increase dramatically, and marijuana will be made even more available to our kids. There's no restrictions in place that the Liberals have talked about, and they've given us no specifics, Mr. Speaker. This simply will not work. Can the member comment on that?
The Honourable Parliamentary Secretary to the Minister of Health.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I'd like to thank the honourable member for his question and comments. Mr. Speaker, our current system to marijuana prohibition just does not work. It does not prevent young people from using marijuana or keep the profits out of the hands of criminals. We know that young people have easier access to cannabis now in Canada than they do in just about any other country in the world. In 2013, UNICEF study found that in 29 different countries, Canada was #1 in terms of underage access to marijuana. Mr. Speaker, proceeds from illegal drug trade supports organized crime and greater threats to public safety. There are currently billions upon billions of dollars flowing in the pockets of organized crime, street gangs, gun runners because of the illicit marijuana trade. Legalizing and strictly regulating access to marijuana would help stop funding these criminal activities. And, Mr. Speaker, our government is moving forward with creating a new system to legalize, strictly regulating and restricting access to marijuana. I think this is the responsible way to do, and this is exactly what we'll do.
Questions and comments? Secretary.
The Honourable Parliamentary Secretary to the Minister. I'd like to commend my colleague for her presentation. It's truly absurd not to put our trust into the opinion of experts and scientists. So I'd like to know from my colleague, how the Minister of Health will collaborate with those colleagues. The Honourable Parliamentary Secretary.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I'd like to thank the honourable member for his question and his speech earlier. Reflecting on our government's priority that has placed on this issue, the Prime Minister outlined marijuana legalization as a key deliverable in the mandate letters of all three ministers, the Minister of Justice, the Minister of Public Safety, and the Minister of Health. Our government has developed a thoughtful and robust plan of action, one that is comprehensive and collaborative. To inform the design of a new system, our government has also committed to creating a federal, provincial, territorial task force. This task force will consult with Canadians and with experts in public health, substance abuse, law enforcement, criminal justice, industries, and all other groups with expertise on production, sales, and distribution. We remain committed to working with our provinces and territories through this process with a review of introducing a proposed legislation in Parliament in spring 2017, Mr. Speaker. Thank you.